Hello and welcome back to Tidbit of Torah. With the holidays of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur behind us, we have this incredible opportunity to live embodied Judaism. We spend so much time in Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur tapping our hearts, but really in our heads and our spirits. And after Yom Kippur, we are invited through the very next mitzvah to do what? To build a sukkah, to get out of our heads and into our hands, to actually build a structure that is like a body in of itself. A home that is fragile, a rickety shack that reminds us that our bodies too are temporary and fragile like the sukkah, but that we fill them with so much joy and spirit. And even though they are temporary and fragile, that doesn't mean they're any less meaningful or celebratory. This holiday of Sukkot is such a wonderful reminder to all of us, whether we have a sukkah in our backyards or not, to get outside and to be in our bodies, whether that's swinging in the park with children, going for a walk, enjoying the gorgeous fall weather, or just moving around and appreciating the blessing of being able to use our bodies and that they work most of the time. Another thing I love about Sukkot is that we have these arba minim, these 4 species that we get to shake that further connect us to our bodies and also the body of nature around us. Each of these 4 species actually map on to a different part of our body that we can appreciate in the time of Sukkot. The etrog is reminiscent of our heart, and the etrog is very much the heart of the sukkah and smells delicious. It's got this beautiful pitom that we have to protect, and we hold it alongside the lulav. The lulav itself is composed of 3 species. There's the lulav, which is a palm branch, which reminds us of a spine, and it even has a spine that we face towards us when we shake it. Then there are the hadasim, the myrtle, which are like eyes. And you can see that, how they look like eyes, which remind us to observe, to notice, whether that's the people around us, whether that might be a bird chirping in our tree, or to connect us to some other sense of wonder that we can appreciate only when we leave our homes and go outside into the fragile sukkah that allows us to notice so much more around us in that space. And then we have the willow, the arvot, which we have 2 of them here that look like lips and remind us of being intentional about how we use our own lips to speak, to sing, to pray, to smile, or how else we might express communication through our bodies and through our words. And we hold these together. We say a blessing that activates our heart, activates the etrog, and we shake them in 6 different directions. The 4 cardinal directions, but also up and down, reminding us of God's presence in all those directions, but also reminding us of our presence, our ability to move our body in 4 different directions and to be present to our own movement and the healing that our body calls us. I have a sore back after spending so much time on my feet throughout Yom Kippur, and it's often easy to try to ignore that. But what if we actually gave ourselves a little bit of attention and a little bit of healing to the parts of our body that are drawing us, that need some of that attention? What if when your body told you, I want to move, we actually did that? So as we enter this holiday of Sukkot, my blessing for all of us is that we can celebrate our bodies and go outside, spend some time just appreciating this world and the miracle that we are reminded about that is our bodies every time we walk outside, every time we go into a sukkah, that it's not just about that external space, it's also about what's happening here in each of us. I wonder what having a Sukkot that truly embodies your values might look like for you and your family. I wish you a Chag Sukkot Sameach and a Shabbat Shalom. May it be a time of joy and embodied values for all of us.